time to give this thing some better wheels. The Kragers that I had on it were just kind of beat. I got them pretty cheap off someone on Marketplace, and they served their purpose. But originally, I had this thing with Chevy Rally wheels on it, and they were okay. I didn't love them. The car was kind of plain Jane, to be honest, so I wanted something to spice it up. Got some cheap Kragers, and now, sure enough, I'm basically at a point where it's otherwise looking pretty good. It's got some pep with the big block in it, and I kind of wanted to actually bring it back to the rally wheels, to bring it back to being like period correct. So that's what I have here. I'm getting ready to put these on. I got the 15 by 8s in the back, 15 by 7s in the front, two 35 70 15s I think in the back, and two 05 or two 15 60 15s in the front. So a little bit of a staggered look. The trim rings and caps for the wheels are also to match, or the center caps are the same, but the trim rings are a ½ inch deeper on the wider wheels for the back. So I think it'll give it a good staggered look, and kind of bring it back to period correct. I don't have I basically just got a cheap kit for these wheels, caps, and rings, but I wasn't able to get like or basically pay for the larger, or I should say not the larger, but the official center caps that say Chevrolet Motor Division on them. So in any event, I'm going to throw those on here. I got it on jack stands and everything right now, obviously, since I had to basically take all the wheels off and pack them up into this thing. And these are the old wheels, so you can kind of see, they're they're weathered, and one of them actually looks pretty good, but basically all the other ones are rusted in that lip. These were also 15 by 7 1/8, I believe. So, in fact, yep, this one 15 by 7. It's upside down, but yeah, these are otherwise decent Kragers. I can probably just pass them on to the next guy for cheap. Could even rechrome them and use them again, but one of them has like a chunk taken out of the rim itself. So honestly, I'll show you that. Just have to find the one, but it just doesn't look. There it is. See that? Yeah, not good. So even if you got these re-chromed, I mean they're kind of beat. So not looking to do that really. I think I'll just see if someone wants them for cheap. You could throw them on for basically any kind of rig that's not in great shape, that you just need to get some wheels on that look half decent, like an old truck or van or something that just needs some decent wheels, half decent wheels that work. But yeah, time to throw these things on so that I can get it back to 1968 looks. Also got an issue at the rear here. One of these lugs is pretty stripped. You can even see it right in there. It's basically like missing a couple threads, and everything else is really worn down on it. So I'll give it a shot. I'll try to just get it on there for this time, but I'm going to need to replace that one at some point, because it's just going to ruin the lug nut I put on it, and that's fine because they're just cheap lugs. I can get a new one, and honestly, I think I even have some extras. They don't even have to look good because they're under the center cap. So yeah, I'll put those on, and hope that one has enough thread to grab on. We're in business. I got the wheels on. They all fit, and I was able to get all 5 lugs on this wheel, but I also noticed that the studs are too short. So realistically, this needs all new studs. So I'll do that at some point. I'm not going to do it now. I don't feel like running out to the store. But you can see basically all of the other ones have some studs exposed, or some threads exposed, excuse me. So that's the proper length it would seem. So yeah, it seems like the studs on that back left must have gotten swapped out at one point, and they used maybe half an inch too short or something like that. But yeah, now I just gotta put the trim rings on. And we are complete with the wheel swap. So back to a more, genuine 68 El Camino look. They're a little plainer, not quite as sporty looking as Cragars, but they just kind of look more right on this thing. And I think it's actually kind of cool to have rims that, aren't, this kind of adds to like the sleeper thing, it's like if you have dog dish hubcaps and 500 horsepower, people see your car, it sounds rowdy, but they're like, damn, that thing's old. And then you blow everybody's doors off. So of course I'm not necessarily doing that with this, but somewhere along those lines. Ridiculously windy here, but I'm driving the El Camino up the coast here in New England to, I got new wheels, so I gotta give it a good run, right? The wheels I got from Speedway are clearly not quite round. They're actually worse than the Cragars that I had on before, because those didn't really shake too much, but these are definitely, causing some serious vibration. We got some nice cars that just went by there. New ones, not classics, but everybody loves driving this coast. So, but anyway, up we go, onward. It's beautiful here. Even if it's, 40 degrees and 40-mile-an-hour winds, what feels like. is so windy that the wind is blowing the sand that's dry onto the wet sands. It's pretty crazy. Alright, an update on the shaking wheels issue. So the front driver's side, which is actually that one, is definitely the worst. So I'm putting the spare in its place, and I'm going to swap out the trim ring and stuff, which is up there, to see if it will stop shaking so violently, because it's driving me nuts. Anything that's like 45 to 60, it's just shaking the whole car apart. So I think that one's the worst one, so we'll see how this goes. Died down, so the tonneau cover is staying down now. Oh, there it goes. Alright, I'm going to film for a second the car because it's so windy that you can't hear what I'm saying. So I came here to the only active, I believe, drag strip in New England, which is called New England Dragway. It's in Epping, New Hampshire here, and I'm going to go just walk over and check it out. It's gated off, it's closed, but yeah, I just want to go take a look, and I'd love to come back here sometime when it's open to just anybody, and I can, you know, take this thing down the strip. It's going to need some work. It kind of still breaks up at about or above 5,000 RPM, so I haven't really quite figured out what that is yet, but it's not all the time either, but it does sometimes kind of start breaking up there, and you know, I need all the RPMs if I'm gonna go down the drag strip and make anything, you know, in like, I don't know, the 14s or something. I'm not exactly sure what this thing would be able to do, but to be safe, I'm just gonna assume that my first pass is gonna be like 15 seconds because I've actually never done a drag strip. But all right, let's go. Again, it's any closer without trespassing, and you know, I don't want to get yelled at in case anybody's actually around here today, but decent stands. Looks like it'd be a real fun time, honestly. So soon enough.